Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. First of all, happy new year guys, happy 2021. I hope you guys are having just an amazing start to your year. I hope it ended well, I hope it started well, I hope you took enough time to rest, rejuvenate. This year we are prioritizing rest because I think most of us realize that like overworking can cause burnout, and you have burnout, you can't be productive, and you can't be productive, you can't make money, and it's a vicious cycle. So if anything, I feel like this year I'm going to really prioritize like not my health and rest, and not giving myself too much that I can't really handle, just to get that extra back. So quality over quantity is what we're aiming for this year. Cheers to that. So in this video guys, first of all, I'm sorry I didn't even do vlogmas. I didn't even see hey, I had even planned how I'm going to be doing how many videos a week. Once December came, once I moved, once all the stresses of moving came, I was just like, you know what, F this like I just want to chillax. Like I just really needed that break, and I'm really happy I took that break. And I was very unapologetic about it, even on my Style Tech, like my business page. First of all, shout out, I am wearing a Style Tech cute pink sweater. This is the Starehe sweater. Let me even stand up so you guys can see. So it's like a sweater dress, and it goes all the way until almost my knees. And I just love it so much. I love it so much. The sweaters that I released in my identity collection for Style Tech last year, honestly, I live in them. This one and the orange one, I definitely live in them. I think I'm going to add like a black one for those of you who don't really like to experiment with color like me, because I guess color is not for everyone. But I really love these sweaters. They're very, very warm. They're made of fleece fabric, and they're so comfortable. Anyway, moving on. If you guys want to purchase these sweaters, you can check out teshieogala.com. All of the products are listed there with all of the prices. I'll even leave it in the description box, so you can go and do that. Yeah, but moving on, why my face is so beat today guys, and why I even decided to film this video, something really exciting happened to me today guys. I took part in my first official influencer paid campaign in Nairobi. So I've done some sponsored work before, like digital blogging sponsored work before, but that was a lot of the sponsored work I did was in Cape Town. Like in Kenya, I don't think I've ever gotten any like paid influencer gig. Like this is the first one, and it's with a brand that I respect so much. So it's with L'Oreal. And I think, I don't know if I mentioned it here, but we had like a big shoot towards the end of last year, which is also gonna be, the photos from that shoot are also gonna be part of the campaign. The photos were amazing. I even have behind the scenes footage. So I think once the photos go live, because the photos are supposed to start going live next week, next week will be the 3rd week of January, then now I'm gonna release one video for my whole December. I'll just release a December vlog with all the shenanigans I got up to. I didn't film much, but then I filmed like the special moments, so you guys can check that out. I feel like this intro has been so long, so let's get right into the video. Today I want to finally address all the questions that I have been getting regards to me moving out. People have been asking me why I even decided to move out during a pandemic. Like, girl, are you crazy? I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Where's my phone? Okay, yeah. So I've written the questions down. So I gathered the questions from Instagram. I put up a Q&A thingy on my stories. First of all, follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. I don't know, I'm being so weird. I think it's the wine. This wine, I've been enjoying this wine called Maratamu. I think it's owned by someone Kenyan, or someone Kenyan is involved in the production process or something, because it has a Swahili word. Like Maratamu means a tasty time, or a tasty moment, or a tasty something. What does mara mean? Yeah, like mara moja, maratamu, like that. I don't know how to explain in English, and it's actually so amazing, guys. I was talking about this on my stories the other day, and this wine is like a sparkling wine. It doesn't even look like a sparkling wine. It's a sparkling wine, best served chilled. It's sweet but not too sweet, and it's all the vibes, guys. So definitely check it out. I bought it from Ox. It's an alcohol distribution company in Nairobi. So yeah, I think all the introductions have gotten out of the window. Now we can move on to the Q&A. So question number 1: why did you decide to actually move out of home? There are very many reasons. Some of them are personal, which I'm not gonna share on this channel, but I think I just felt like I had reached a point in my life. You know, sometimes you cannot even explain to someone when you know something. You just know something. When you know it's time to do this, you know it's time to do that. It got to a point in my life where I was uncomfortable with the life I was living. I was feeling uneasy. I was just not feeling happy. Like I was feeling like there was something that was lacking. Like I felt like I was being held back. Like I wasn't really realizing my true potential, and a lot of that stemmed from still living in my parents' home. And I know you can say, like, honestly, I was living my best life, which I was, like, especially now that I moved out and I've really gotten to understand the value of money, the value of 1,000 bob. Before, 1,000 bob to me would be like nothing, you know, like nothing, like blow that shit. Now I'm really learning to understand the value of money. And honestly, I lived a very good life in my parents' home. I had everything I needed, everything I wanted, a very beautiful home, a very beautiful garden, someone to cook for me every single day. I had no obligation to do to wash my clothes every day. Like, you know, I always had someone to do those things for me, and it was a very comfortable life. But at the end of the day, I just felt like I had gotten to a standstill where I wasn't growing as a person. Fine, maybe my career was growing, my business was growing, but me personally, I felt like I had stagnated. And to get out of that stagnation, I felt like I needed to just take the next step, no matter how scary it may seem, and just move out. And honestly, I feel like I made a really good decision. I think it happened at the right time. It's not like I woke up one day and I decided to move out and I moved. No, dude, like, this is something that had been in my goal since the beginning of the year. You know, since actually even before I moved back to Kenya, I had always wanted to have my own apartment. Even in Cape Town, it was always a goal of mine to have my own apartment. And what better place to have my own apartment than in Nairobi, you guys? As in, it's lit. Like, having your own apartment in the same city where your parents live, like, there's not that much pressure, you know. Like, I feel like when I was in Cape Town, I was in a whole other different city. Like, if I got broke, or if I got something happen, like, and I need food, or like, I don't have money for food, or what, that's it. Like, as in, you just have to find a way to survive. Whereas here, food, like, I know I can never ever go hungry, because at the end of the day, I can literally just go to my parents' house. So to be honest, I'm loving it. Also, people have been asking me, why did I move during a pandemic? It's not like I decided to move during a pandemic. I just decided to move when the time was right. It just happened that time was during a pandemic. And honestly, I feel like the pandemic also pushed me into moving on, because I realized how uncomfortable I was. I feel like my living situation, like, even if I'm a very social person and I'm an extrovert and all of these things, I just like to live alone. Like, when I'm going back home after a long day's work, I don't want to have to now associate with people, you know. Like, I just want my own space, my own silence, I want to do whatever the fuck I want to do. Like, I don't want to be told, you can't do this, you can't do this. No. I don't do well with rules, guys. I do not do well with rules at all. So honestly, I think it was just meant to be the way it was just meant to be. The pandemic probably even propelled me to moving out even faster than I would have if there was no pandemic, you know. But yeah, moving on. How much are you paying for your rent? I was really debating on whether to answer this question, but you know what, I'm gonna answer it. I'm paying for the rent around 25k, no, actually 25k, with the utilities and everything, and you know, with all the other expenses like electricity, water, Wi-Fi, garbage, all of that. I think it comes up to around 30k per month. So 30,000 of my earnings every single month goes to paying for this house and my comfortability, and that is without food. Like, that's without like my food budget. So yeah, and it's a 2-bedroom as well. So I feel like it's such a great deal, you guys, like for a 2-bedroom in this Nairobi. Like, I kind of scared. Yeah, I just wanted to be as honest about my moving out situation, because I know a lot of you guys might feel like you can't move out because you don't have the funds, or you don't have the finances, or you're looking, the only places that you're looking to live in are places like Kileleshwa, Kilimani, where a 2-bedroom in those areas is gonna probably go for around like 60-70 G's, you know. When you could get a similar place that is, you know, just as good, but not in those same specific areas, and still close to town. Because to be honest, me, I was not ready to move to like very far away. Like, I don't know, like I wanted to move to somewhere that was close to where I know, where I've grown up, and that is why, okay, I'm not making sense. And that is how I got this place. Like, it's still close to everything, but it's still a good price. So I'm basically what I mean is, I want you guys to know that it's possible to get an affordable place in a good affordable place in Nairobi, which is not like on the outskirts like Kitengela or Rongai, or yeah, those far places that we know of, Mlolongo, those ones. The next question is, what area are you staying? This one I'm not gonna answer because I don't want stalkers. Guys, I live alone. The security, the extra security that I have to, you know, think about when you live alone, hey, you cannot be telling just any Tom, Dick and Harry where you stay. But what I'm gonna tell you is that I live very close to my parents' home. A car ride would probably take me like 10 minutes maximum, around 10 minutes to get home. So it's really convenient for me, because I can, and because I even live close to like the stage, so I can even easily jump into a matatu if I need to. Like, you know, if money is bad and I don't want to Uber, easily jump into a matatu, Uber of 150 rand, matatu of 20, actually 150 rand, 150 Kenya shillings, matatu of 20 bob, and I'm home. Literally. So if you guys know where I used to stay before, then you know I'm really still very close to the city and paying that amount. So it is possible. It is possible. I still want those home privileges even if I'm not in the house. Moving on. Okay, so what someone asked, when you're looking for a place, should you rather go the direction of finding an agent to work with in helping you find a place, or should you just search online? And let me tell you something, you guys. I will advise each and every one of you, if you're looking for a place in Nairobi, Kenya, Nairobi specifically, because that is where I looked for a place, do not trust these online ads. I'm telling you, the scammers online, the online scammers in Nairobi, I'm just like, wowzers. Because for me, I've looked for a place many times before in Cape Town. Like, I moved like so many times in Cape Town. I lived there for 7 years, and I think I probably moved like 9 times or 10 times in those 7 years. So I'm not new to the process of house hunting. I was just new to now house hunting in a different city, you know, because Cape Town, all I would do was go to Gumtree, search online, go for viewings, and most of them used to be legit. So I never had that problem of those online scammers who are gonna tell you to pay a deposit before you even see the place. If anyone asks you for money online to view a place, or before you view a place, or ask you for money before you've signed a contract, before you've signed that list, just know that they're scamming you. Do not take that shit seriously. For me, I would advise for you to go with an agent, because also going yourself trekking, I would also, to be honest, I would actually also advise that. First of all, I would say, if you're in Kenya, online sites for housing, just ignore. Number 2, go yourself, like go to the area that you think that you want to move to, and actually drive through or take and do this through and do like a physical search. Go ask the watchies, but the Kenyan watchies, guys, they're the ones who know shit. Like, they know so much about, like, sometimes there wouldn't be a listing online, or there wouldn't be a listing, there wouldn't even be that to let sign on the gate of this apartment block, but the watchers will know which apartments are free, which ones are vacant. They will connect you with the caretaker, with the landlord. So ask the watchman and go and physically view. Just be like, I want to go and I'm looking for an apartment. Maybe let's say I'm looking for a 2-bedroom apartment. Can I please, are there any available, and can I please see them? One thing that I have to warn you is that a lot of apartments in Nairobi are either 2-bedroom and above, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, or studio. Getting a really good 1-bedroom at an affordable rate is really difficult. It's really difficult. And that's why I also settled for, not settled, like that's why I ended up getting a 2-bedroom, which ended up being really good for me, because like, yeah, so as I was saying, having a 2-bedroom has ended up being like such a blessing in disguise, because I have my own office, I have my lounge, I have my kitchen, and then I have my bedroom. So I don't feel like that confinement of living in an apartment or like in a studio. And I'm sure if I had my 1-bedroom, like I'd end up doing a lot of work in my room or in the living room, and I just want to separate the entertainment area, which is the sitting room, to my bedroom, which is like my sanctuary, to the office, which is now my workspace. Like I just wanted to separate that. And yeah, but if you're someone who is looking, like your budget is for 1-bedroom, you might have to look a bit longer, because there are many studios, there are many 2-bedrooms, there are many 3-bedrooms, but there are not that many 1-bedrooms. Wait, I think my meat is burning, you guys. I had put some meat to boil. Let me go and check. I think it's burning. Oh my god. So yeah, anyway, I had to save my meat. It hasn't burnt, but yeah, I just put it off for now while I finish the live. Yeah, so whether to find an agent or search online, I would say find an agent. And don't also be with an agent, but they be very careful. Actually, I'm gonna leave all the details, contacts, name and contact of all the agents I used in the description box, because mine were legit. And I know some agents can also be shifty. Some agents will also try to con you. In this Nairobi, they will also try to con you. So for mine, what they asked me for in the beginning was I had to pay a fee of 1,000 Kenya shillings, only 1,000 Kenya shillings per month, for them to look for a place for me in that month. So in that month, now they give me like as many listings as they can find for me to check out. And then now when I find a place, the landlord of that place is one to pay them a commission, so it doesn't come from you specifically. If they ask you for kitu kidogo after that, you're the one to give them kitu kidogo because you have a good heart, but it's not actually because it's bound. The only thing you have to bound by with these agents is the fee of 1,000 bob. That's my boo calling, guys. That's another update. I have a boo. Hello. Hi. Sawa. Okay, see you soon. I'm filming a video on YouTube, so now you cut it short. I'm sorry. It's okay, I'm almost done, so it's fine. So moving on, yeah, I'm gonna leave. So I used 2 agents. So during my whole moving process, I used, first of all, I searched online, then I went physically to look at places in the different areas I wanted to move into, and then I decided like, hey, this shit is not working, let me use an agent. So there's one agent that I used, one lady and one guy, and when the place that I finally ended up moving into, I got it from the guy. Yeah, so I'll just leave all the details in the description box, and you guys can go and enjoy yourselves, because this thing was so stressful. Looking for a place in this Nairobi was so stressful, and if I can help any of you in any way, then I definitely want to do so. So next question is, how long did it take you to find a place? For me, it took me quite a while. Because initially I had wanted to move in with someone, mostly because I didn't think I was gonna find a place that I could afford by myself, which was as to my standards, you know. I thought like housing would be a bit more expensive, which it is, but it depends on obviously where you're staying. So I had initially planned to move in with a friend. We'd even gone for viewings together, so we were gonna get like a 2-bedroom together, then we split the rent. Also, another thing I would tell you guys, like when you're budgeting for how much your rent should be, I would advise you to make it like a third maximum of your income. Like of all your total income, make your rent a third maximum of it, or like rent and utilities, so like housing, everything. Otherwise you're definitely going to struggle financially, because you cannot be paying 50% of your salary to a landlord, at least if it's a mortgage, but not a landlord, you know. Yeah. How long did it take me to find a place? So it took me quite a while, because I started searching when, I don't know if you guys remember when I went to Lamu like in September last year. That's when I started searching, because I am that September, I thought I'd even get a place like by October, or like end of October. I thought I'd have gotten a place like by November I'd be moving in, but it didn't happen like that. So I searched whole of September, I was searching, whole of October I was searching, and I was actively searching. I wasn't like going at it on weeks where I don't even look. No, I was actively searching. Whole of October I searched, whole of November I searched. But for me, I just had told myself, I'd given myself a goal before the end of the year. Teshie, 2021 is not finding you in your parents' house, you know. Before the end of the year, you have to have found a place. So now in November, I was at that point, I was still planning to move in with a friend of mine, and we are getting a really cute place on Naivasha Road. Naivasha Road is also a really good place to look for houses if you guys want affordable, good housing in Nairobi. Naivasha Road would be a very good option for you. But yeah, we didn't so we didn't end up moving in together. Just things happened last minute, and then I ended up moving in alone. And so this place that I got was even actually so last minute. Like it was after we had decided not to move in together, and then I was like, I'm going to find a place. I was so determined that day, and I think it was like the last week of November, and that same time I was also preparing for my current Soko event. The amount of money that November took away from me, guys, because now I had to pay deposits, rent. Obviously I had to buy some furniture, because I'd bought like I started buying things slowly, which we're gonna get into, like my bed, you know, those important things. I already started like saving and buying them before I even moved out. My mattress, things like that. So I can't even tell you how much money I spent in November, but it was a number of hundreds of thousands. Yeah. Why did you decide to move in alone? I feel like I've answered that. I hadn't initially planned to move in alone, but I feel like everything worked out for itself. I think the universe was just telling me, this is your chance. Teshie, you've always wanted to move in alone. This is your chance to do it. We are gonna present you with an apartment for you to start this journey by yourself. And to be honest, it's been difficult, because when you're alone, like all the expenses are on you. So that you're gonna be splitting Wi-Fi, that you're gonna be splitting electricity, that you're splitting what. No, it's all on you. So you have to be very choncho with your money. So I remember even in December, like when everyone was partying, even when I was partying, but when I got that salary, because even our boss for Picture is just so amazing. Like she paid us our salaries quite early, and we even took a break. But like the 18th we had already breaked for the holidays, you know. But immediately that money came into my account, I had to lock a big chunk of it in my savings, because I knew come January 1st my rent has to be paid, my utilities have to be paid, where am I gonna get food? So you just have to. So even in December, I was broke. Like I was partying on a budget, because I knew even after we even traveled, like we went to Naivasha on New Year's with Joanna, my best friend, all our other friends, not all our other friends, but some of our other close friends. We actually took a trip to Naivasha, which was so last minute, and like so, very last minute. But it was also kind of like an affordable trip, and for me, I like that I wasn't tapping into like my savings or my rent money for next month to pay for it, you know. It was just sort of like, okay, it's spontaneous, let's do this, but let's also be choncho about next year. Yeah, which was amazing. So yeah, the next question is approximate moving costs. To be honest, this has to depend on you. All I would advise you is to start, if you're trying to budget for furniture, first of all you have to also have a budget of how much rent you want to pay, and then times that by 2. Some places in Nairobi will tell you to put 2 months deposit, but me, those are the places I was just looking at, like there's no fucking way I'm moving in there, because there's no way initially you're gonna tell me to put 2 months deposit down plus my rent for the month. So I'm paying for 3 months worth of rent for what? No, I was just like, miss me with that shit. So I opted for, like, the apartment I'm staying at, I paid 1 month deposit and 1 month's rent. So first of all, budget for that. Second of all, budget for the most essential furnishings that you will need, and for me that was a bed, a mattress obviously, and my kitchen appliances. Like, if your bedroom is sorted and your kitchen is sorted, you can survive. You don't have to be buying a fancy TV like these men do. Men will move with one TV and one mattress and one meko until they're moving, and I'm just like, so you're gonna eat the TV, as in, anyway. So I would say rather like pose on the entertainment furnishings, like the sofa and the TV. Like, take time to save up for that. Once you already are settled in, you have your main, like, you have, you know, you're comfortable in your room and you're comfortable in the kitchen. For me, I feel like those are the main priorities. The next thing I'm going to be furnishing is my office. So that's like the next thing I'm doing. I want to get like a proper table for me to be doing my patterns for my designs, to be sewing on, to, you know, to all that juicy stuff. A proper like working chair. Those are the next two things I'm getting, probably before the end of this month. And then at the end of the month, I'm hoping to get a small 3-seater for my lounge. My lounge is actually quite big, but I want to start by kidogo because I just want to splurge, and then, you know, I can't eat my furniture. So yeah, so I would just say it depends on you. I'd also say, especially for kitchen appliances, don't go cheap. Rather spend a bit more money or save for a bit longer to get really good appliances, because you don't want to be replacing these things every other month or year, because these are things that are gonna last you a really long time, like, and you're gonna use them a lot, you know. So I would just say for some of these things, you can, I think for some things I would definitely buy secondhand, like things like coffee tables. I even bought some of my rugs, like a small rug. I bought it secondhand from Ijeoma Makola during her end of year sale last year. So there's some things that you can definitely bargain here and there, but then for some major things, like, I would say just save up and buy it the way it is. And the last question, how can you overcome self-doubt or feeling like you're not gonna make it, you're not gonna be able to handle all the financial pressures, you don't want that feeling of having to move back home after you've already moved out? Let me tell you something, guys. Self-doubt will always be there. It will always be, even today. Like, I don't feel like there's any day that goes by where self-doubt doesn't try to panya its way into your life. But what I would say is that if your family, like for me, my family had my back with my moving out, and they really supported me through my moving. And I know it wasn't like I was chased out of the house, let me put it like that. And I know if I went through some really hard difficulties that made me move back home, no one would judge me, and they would open up those doors for me wide. So if you know you have that kind of relationship with your family, then you're lucky, because you don't have that. Some people are even scared that now they won't have anywhere else to go. You still have your parents. Like, don't take that as, oh my gosh, they're gonna think I can't take care of myself. No, like, embrace that you have them in case anything goes wrong. And let me tell you something, in the first 2 months, you're gonna be home a lot. You're going to be in your mom's store, in the pantry a lot, picking up things here and there, because the finances in the first 2 months, there's so many things that require your money, and it's hard to keep up. So if you can go and get food from home, go get that food from home, enjoy it. And yeah, that's what I'll basically just tell you. I don't know how else to explain overcoming self-doubt, because I think it's something that we all have to keep on working on ourselves each and every single day. But with time and practice, you'll get there. But also just believe in yourself. Let me tell you, all of us, all the fears that you've had, we've all had them. We're all going through them. So it's not new to you. And yeah, I think thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'm done. If you guys have any more questions about my moving, if you guys want to know anything else about my experience, leave them in the description box, and I will see you in my next, in the comment section I mean, and I will see you in my next video. Remember to like, subscribe.